Okay, so last week I did a post in our Facebook group and it got so many reactions. So many women saying, that's me. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in that situation. I want in this, I need this. And so it had me go and do a little bit more research, because if a lot of women in our community are feeling that, then we need to do something about it. And so I'm going to share with you what I wrote, what I shared. And it had me go and look at some stats with what's going on in the world. And I haven't looked up Australia's yet, but in America, I found the stat that 41% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 41%. I mean, just look it up wherever you live. Then I was like, okay, let's have a look at what the definition of being broke is. I looked it up and it said completely run out of money. I'm like, yep, that's what I would say. And then I thought, well, let's look up the definition of paycheck to paycheck, given 41% of Americans are paycheck to paycheck. And it said, well, by the time that you get around to your next pay, you've spent all your money on expenses. And they are calling this group of people the working poor. And it seems to be a larger and larger and larger group of people at the moment. And so I'm going to share with you the post that I shared with the ladies. And I said this: if you are one shitty situation away from being out on your ass, then getting away from Brokeville needs to dominate everything you do, like absolutely everything. You have no time, no energy, no space for anything else but getting yourself as far away from there as you need to. And, you know, I feel like we're in this time where sometimes we go, let's just put my head in the sand. Let's just cross my fingers. I'm sure it's going to work out. And then we have people in our lives saying, of course, babe, it'll work out. Just chill, relax, worry about it later. No. And I'm going to say this in the nicest way. You probably need to tell them to fuck off in the nicest way, because all of your energy, everything that you do has to dominate and be focused on moving yourself away from being broke. One shitty situation. And what do I mean by one shitty situation? So I've shared a few different ones, because we're all in different places, and sometimes I think that we don't think ahead enough as to, but what if? And so that could look like you lose your job and you've got less than 3 months cash buffer sitting there, so no breathing space. It could mean, what if a 20K bill came in the mail for you tomorrow? It could be that your mortgage, the interest rates increased by 2, 3, 4%, and you didn't really plan for that. And one of the worst ones, and I don't mean to, sit in negative, but I prefer to, let's just tell the truth. What if hubby or partner cheats? What if the love is lost? And then you're left feeling lost, not knowing what to do. And that was a conversation I had just this week. So these things are happening. That's what's going on. And so that's what I mean by one shitty situation and you're out on your ass. If that's where you feel, then we need to move away from that quick smart. Here's kind of, well, let's talk about the solution. The solution is we need to learn how to earn more. And so the way to do that is we need to develop a different set of skills maybe, and a different mindset that produces that different result to earn more. The problem that I think is happening from so many conversations is women are kind of being sold this lie, and they're buying into it, and it's blinding them from getting results faster. Being sold this lie that, hey, you can just click on this link, or if you just do this, it's so easy to make money, and within 12 months you'll be earning 6 figures, or here's a passive income strategy. You don't have to do anything. And so I'm seeing women jump from thing to thing to thing, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're not doing it for the right reasons, it is, because it's wasting the thing you can't get back, which is your time. And so there's this problem because we're being sold the hype and the lie without understanding the truth of what it takes to create that result. And that doesn't mean that those incredible kind of gobsmacking results don't exist. Like we just have to scroll our socials, literally do 3 scrolls, and you'll probably see someone who's earned, they're doing $1 million a year or even $1 million a month on YouTube, and they're 24 years old. And so these things, they exist, but so does the lottery. And I'm not going to bet on the lottery to live the life I want to live. We need to work out, hey, what does it actually take? What are my options? And so the solution is we do need to learn different things. We need a different set of skill sets and a different mindset to produce a different result. And the reason I say we need to learn to earn more is because saving our pennies, like saving our way to freedom, it's not 1974. Just think about how much you saved in the last 12 months. And then times that by 30 years. Is it going to cut it? No. So yeah, we don't want to spend in a stupid way, of course not, but can you save your way to freedom? Most women that I speak with, no. So we have to go and earn it. And so if we're looking at, because remember this conversation, this isn't about finding your ultimate purpose or the thing that you're just the best at in the world, or oh my gosh, the legacy you'll leave. This is about getting away from being one situation out on your ass. This is about how do we as women focus on the right things, learn what we need to learn, and create cash fast. So what would I do instead? Well, there's different resources that we all have. We just all have different amounts of them. So when we're working with women, we're always getting them to look at 4 main resources and 1 overlapping: time, money, your skills, your network, and your energy affects all of them. But time, money, skills, network, right? They're the ones that we're looking at. They're what we call levers. And so you're looking for your highest points of leverage in order to get a result, being the money that you need. And so I'll give you an example. I was having a conversation with a lady the other day, and she wants to take the path of doing a kind of like a digital marketing business. And I said, that's great. She also needs money really fast, really fast. And I said to her, so what are your skill sets? Do you have skill sets in this space? And she said, no, I actually don't. I hate technology. I don't want to show my face on social media. I really have no idea. So I think I've just got to learn it. And I actually said to her, I said, well, I wouldn't be choosing that as the option if I was in your shoes. And the reason being is because your need is money fast, but the requirement of that option is going to take time. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but you might want to give yourself 12 months to learn those skills to get that result. So what else could you do instead with your time, money, skills, and network with a little bit of a shift, right? A little bit of a lever pull to get a result faster? Because often the way to that result, the way to getting that step forward, it is kind of right in front of us. It's around us, it's in us. We already have access to it. We're just being blinded by all the lies out there. So I want you to instead have a look, hey, if I had to create 5K, 10K, 15K this month fast, how would I do it? You have the resources. We just need to use them differently. And so there's a couple of things that you could look at. And I was chatting with, again, one of our ladies in our Women to Wealth Method program, and she was feeling a little bit stuck. This, by the way, is after she increased her income by 50% this year, in the last 12 months being with us. So she's increased her income by 50%. And then she's like, oh, Nick, I'm feeling stuck. Like, how do I take the next leap? How do I increase again? And she got caught up in all the noise going, oh, am I meant to be writing a book? Am I meant to be playing in this world? Am I meant to be, doing all these things that just aren't her? And so I said to her, no. I said, it's probably right in front of you. So let's have a look at a few things. 1, what is the power of proximity? What do you have access to? What do you already do? What are your skills now, and how can we maybe just transfer them or use them in a different way to get paid differently and more? And then the second thing is what I covered before, the power of your leverage points. Money, we're talking about you don't have money right now, right? But it usually would be one. But if you've got none, well, you can't use it to create more. So we've got to tap into your time, your network, and your skills. So how do we use those differently to create more? And for her, she already had clients. She had clients where she's already got know, like, and trust. They've already given her a yes. They already buy from her, do work with her. And I said, so what you could do instead is work out what other problem is big enough and painful enough and pisses them off that you could solve. Because it's probably going to be easier to go get a yes from your 6 clients and increase them by $100 a week, which is an extra $600 a week, an extra $30,000 a year, than it is to learn the skills right now of writing a book and selling the book and getting the funnel in place. And it's not to say not to do that, but it depends on what you need and when you need it. So a lot of the stuff is right in front of us and we're just getting blinded, and it's wasting our time and wasting our resources. And then the last thing is proof of profit. So you want to know the thing that you've come up with. So for her, for example, she's got proof of profit. These clients already buy from her. They're already doing it. So you just got to go get another yes. It's so much easier to get a yes from a yes you've already got. Or does your idea, would people buy it? Or go and get a yes, go get the sale before you do the service. So when you have that idea and we come up with what problem are you going to solve, go to your network, remember, leverage point, and ask them, hey, I'm thinking of coming up with this. I really want to help solve this problem. If I did this, would you buy it? And go line up the yeses before you even do the thing. And that is the fastest way to get some cash coming in. Like really go, hey, how do I use my resources differently? What's my fastest way to get this result? So then we can get you, remember, away from Brokeville. That's all we're looking to do here, is move away from that. So then we've got like the time and the space to sit and create your next move. So big conversation, but a lot of women are feeling in that space. So what we are doing for the month of June, doesn't matter when you're listening to this, because you'll be able to join us ongoing, is Jen and I are creating a 5K masterclass. It's going to be called 5K MyWay. And so we're going to give you a training teaching you the principles and practices to create cash fast. And we're going to get you to set up a 5K MyWay bank account. We're going to give you different options that you can do straight away. And as soon as you've filled that 5K bank account, you're going to be screenshotting it in, messaging us. I'm going to be cheersing you, maybe in person, maybe virtually, who knows. But we're going to be getting women all around the world, showing themselves, showing yourself that you can create. You can learn to earn money. You can change your situation really fast if we just look at things in a different way.